I remember living in a trailer. It used to not be cool. It used to be the broke kids. Now you live in the back of your truck, what they used to call homeless. That's cool. Come check out the early steps of what it looks like turning the back of your truck into your second home. All right, we're out here getting ready for the new bed. Getting the truck ready. Ooh, look at that. The 6 foot by about 5 foot living space. Over here will probably be my bed. There I'm gonna maneuver some desk. And here's the rest of my room, I guess. Ain't no bathroom, no sink. But we living. And up there, hopefully we'll have a whole solar panel system soon. Yee! Somebody send me an address. I need an address for this joint. Welcome to my bedroom out here in Portland, Oregon, where I'm gonna show you a little bit of what it looked like living in the back of the truck, show you the whole backside, the whole tour, really. It's a little bit different than this pristine bed, although you know I prefer the floor. Let's get into it. Why the truck? Why the truck? The truck was all I had. Coming back from Australia, where we lived in a van for 6 months, basically all I did was take that lifestyle, what we were doing out in Australia, took it to what I wanted to do with Motion Impact. I just meshed those two lifestyles. So I took the van life and took what I had, the truck, because that was the only vehicle I had over here, and I just combined them. Lucky enough, I never liked the look of it, but Dad loved it. He had the shell on the back of the truck. That served perfect for the bed in the office space, so I just combined them together. So the design of the truck, the inside and the back, were fairly simple. I just took, in the back anyways, I took two big pieces of plywood, like that compressed wood. It's about a 1/2 inch thick, and I cut out the wheel pieces and just cut the edges to make it fit just right. Luckily enough, one of my uncles, I call him uncle, but he's been a role model. He's been a role model to me for years, since high school, but he had all the tools that I needed to cut out the things that I needed in the back of the truck. So I cut that out and I laid it down so you could lay on it comfortably. So I put that over the entire bed. It didn't matter what part I was gonna sleep on, what part was gonna be the desk, but I needed that in the bed of the truck. On top of that wood, I took so I had solar panels on top, we'll get to that, but I took the styrofoam that came in the boxes where the solar panels, I ordered them off Amazon. In those boxes, they were pressed, the solar panels were pressed between two pieces of styrofoam. So I put the leftover styrofoam that I had and I stapled it to that wood. So it was like my 1/2 inch of fairly sturdy material, right? But not wood, like it was soft in it. And then on top of that, one of my really good friends back home, they were getting rid of this pristine memory foam. Like it's the best memory foam that I've ever laid on. It's super comfortable. So I put it in there, I cut out the wheels kind of the same, and I made this plush bed. It was comfy. And then on top of that, I put a blanket that same friend they were getting rid of. So I put that as kind of the sheets on it, because I couldn't put a sheet around it. I could have put like a flat one, but not one that crinkles up to the bed, you know what I'm saying? So I put that over top as the sheet, and then on top of that I have my own blanket. So that was my bed. Now on top of that, I put the desk, which a guy at the junior college that I went to, one of the maintenance guys, hooked it up. Can't say no names, I shouldn't even say what school, but he hooked it up. And they had desks just sitting in storage that were never gonna see the light of day again. So what he did for me was he cut it down. He cut maybe 6 inches, 8 inches off of the desk from the legs, and we put that back in the desk, or back in the back of the truck, and it served as a perfect height desk. Like, it was perfect. And then coach that I had at that same school had one of those bleacher chairs. So I took one of those bleacher chairs, I set it back there, and it couldn't have been better. Like, for the money that I paid, which was literally nothing, besides for that wood on the bottom, which might have been, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks, it was solid. Back there, I made room for my food, for eventually a little coffee pot, so I had hot water to make ramen and some other food items, tea. What else did I have back there? I had my whole computer set up on top of the desk. So the reason I wanted the desk is I have a big gaming computer, like desktop, and that's what I used to edit my videos because the laptop that I had just wasn't cutting it. So I needed to be able to set that in there, and that was part of the solar panels on top as well. I needed to be able to power my desktop. So on top of the desk, unless I was driving, sat my computer and a little monitor, and I have a whole full home office. Now to power that computer, like I was talking about, I needed some type of power. And in the van when we lived in Australia, we had one small like 80-watt solar panel, and that was it. But the computer needed a lot more than that. And after doing some research, what I ended up getting was I put 4 100-watt solar panels on top of the truck with some help. Huge shout out to y'all down in Sedalia, the RV spot down there. But one of the guys, Eric, I believe his name was, helped me out and hooked it up. He helped me install it, helped me install the inverter, helped me install the batteries, all that. So we put the solar panels on top and that ran into the truck, and this was enough power. This is crazy. My solar system is currently powering the computer monitor, the fan, which is terribly inefficient, the 2 battery packs over here charging, the Bose speaker is charging. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, and my gimbal's charging. Everything is running on 100% solar. Stop playing with renewables. Now you're probably like, Ryan, but what about when the sun ain't out? I feel you. When the sun wasn't out, I still had hours that I could work on the computer, like probably 2 or 3 hours after the sun went down of straight battery power that it would last. Like, I was impressed, because even the people I talked to were like, yo, you're gonna need a big system for that. I was like, well, this is as big as I can afford, so that's what we threw on, and it was solid. So that's the back of the truck. The batteries I had on this I bought a little cargo carrier that went on the back of the truck, that you see usually on like little, not RVs, but mid-sides and sedans. So they go on the back, so you have a little extra room, because the batteries can't be in where you're living. It's just not, it's not safe. Here's a quick glimpse into the life. We got one night, we're out here at Lowe's. No, not Lowe's, Love's in Utah. And we're sleeping with this thing open tonight because we got the batteries in the bed of the truck with us, and you definitely ain't supposed to sleep with those with no ventilation. So I'll put them on the outside along with a couple other little boxes of emergency type stuff that I didn't need inside of the truck. So that's the back. Now in the front, I have my bedroom, my bathroom, besides the toilet, and on the other side was all my camera equipment. So on the right side in the back, like the passenger side in the back seat, I had a dresser that I put in there, just a plastic dresser that had my shorts, pants, boxers, shirts, like all my clothes in it. And then I had this hanging bathroom thing. I don't know how to explain it, but you hang it up and it folds out. It was the best graduation gift that I got. I will use that till I die. So I hung that up over the handles inside in the back of the passenger side, and I hung it over that, and it hung right outside the door when the door opened. It was solid. And then I had rubbing alcohol. I had a couple other things in there for, cleaning wounds or whatever, deodorant, the necessities. I got some little wipes from my auntie, and they just didn't work out. Like shower wipes are for old people, like they can't get up and shower. These were lavender scented, and the scented, like, it just got sticky, so I quit using them, especially when it's hot and sticky already in Southern California. It just wasn't worth it. I've been ripping sweat for the last 5 days. I just cleaned my ears. Gross. Dirtiest they ever been, by far. Oh yeah, freshened up. Feel much better. Well, that's just a little bit of water on it. It's like I just cleaned my tires. I can't even lie to y'all. The van got me ready for this. Not showering for 5 days. It's not that big of a deal. I used to not shower for 5 or 6 days and go sell people solar panels in their own home. Hopefully I don't get no naked shots right now, because I'm completely naked. The worst part is, I know I still stink. Oh yeah, cover it up. Turn that stank volume down. We're gonna hit it with the magic touch. A little bit of this on the neck. Yeah. It's all a sacrifice. At the root of the word of love is sacrifice. What do you give up for somebody else? These kids need to hear it, need the message, need positive influences. Sacrifice. Freshened up. Let's go change some lives. So on the right side, that's what I had, like my little bedroom, the bathroom. I had a couple things underneath the seat, like a few electronics and shower stuff when I got the opportunity. And then behind the driver's side was all my computer stuff, because I was going to schools and the programs to speak, right? And I had to capture it on my computer. So I had my lights, which I didn't need, I found out, and that took up a lot of space. But I had my suitcase with all my camera equipment, my tripod, my backpack, all the stuff that I use consistently was on the other side. A basketball, shoes, in case you want to get crossed up, you feel me? But that was kind of my way to getting exercise. And I'll talk a little bit about that later and how important it was. And I found this out in Australia too, but when you live that type of lifestyle, that you have to have some type of physical outlet. You have to still get exercise. Like, it helps your mind, especially if you're an athlete and you just came out of being an athlete, like in high school or in college or at the professional level. Like, you have to have some type of outlet when you get out of that. You can't just go to an office job and expect to be okay mentally, especially if you're not physically getting that outlet. So back to it, you can get crossed up when you want it. That's why that's how it was designed. The back of the truck was about 6.5 feet, I think, long, and then 5.5, maybe 4.5 feet wide. So it wasn't a real big space, but even sitting up-wise with that topper shell on there was plenty of room. I could sit up in comfort. It was taller than the van was that we had in Australia, so it was spacious for me. Well, it's official. The 2019 Prime Tour starts tonight. This is my house for the next 6 months. It's not quite the van. We don't have the kitchen, but we got the desk and the bed and the full lot. I can't wait to get out there and change some lives. We'll see y'all at the next one.